When you ignore a guy, how does he feel? At some point in our lives, many of us have tried ignoring a guy in the hope that he would pursue us. But does this tactic actually work? What goes through his mind when you ignore him? Wouldn't it be more effective to openly express your feelings so he understands your intentions, rather than resorting to ignoring him? In this discussion, we'll explore whether ignoring a guy is a viable strategy to make him miss you and seek your attention. We'll also delve into the psychology of a man who feels ignored and how he interprets this behavior. Instead of ignoring him, consider using the advice in this article to communicate your emotions clearly to him. Should you ignore him to get his attention? Let's analyze. When a man likes you, and if done tactfully, ignoring him can sometimes capture his attention. In long-term relationships, it's common to become comfortable with each other over time, potentially leading to taking each other for granted. If you're in a relationship and feel that the guy may be taking you for granted, giving him some space or reducing attention temporarily might provoke him to realize your value. Whether you're trying to attract a guy who's pursuing you or revive the interest of a long-term partner, withholding attention can often reignite desire. The primal instinct for many men is the thrill of pursuing a woman they're interested in. Women may ignore guys for various reasons: to signal disinterest and encourage them to back off, to incite pursuit if they like the guy, or to prompt better understanding of their needs. Using ignoring as a tactic can be effective when playing hard to get, but it's essential not to do it in a hurtful or manipulative manner. Instead, convey your interest while appearing occupied, signaling that he needs to invest effort in pursuing you. However, if you're ignoring someone because you genuinely don't like them and they're not getting the hint, it's crucial to communicate your feelings directly. If the persistence continues despite your clear stance, blocking communication might be necessary. In the case of a long-term partner who seems to take you for granted, rather than ignoring them, consider adjusting the level of attention you give. Communicating openly about your feelings can often remind them of your value and prompt them to appreciate you anew. It's important not to withhold your emotions; instead, express them openly, as your partner can't intuitively understand what you're feeling. When you ignore a guy, how does he feel? The psychology of an ignored man. Each individual responds uniquely to various situations, so it's challenging to predict exactly how a guy will react when you ignore him. When a man is genuinely interested in you, he often won't be deterred by occasional instances of being ignored. However, if he's less invested or has a strong ego, there's a chance he may not pursue you actively after being ignored. Here are some considerations on what a man might think when you choose to ignore him. 1. You are losing interest. When we develop feelings for someone, we often seek out opportunities to spend time with them, a sentiment shared by both men and women. We prioritize being with them and may even postpone other activities to meet up. Guys observe these behaviors closely, so when you begin to ignore them, it's natural for them to interpret it as a sign of waning interest. In such situations, they may assume that you're no longer interested and might decide to step back, giving you the space they believe you want or need. 2. He feels the need to chase you. Men enjoy the thrill of pursuit, so playing hard to get can ignite their interest as they perceive you as someone with unique qualities worth pursuing. Conversely, if you're always readily available, the sense of mystery diminishes, potentially reducing the importance he places on you. In some cases, a guy may recognize that you're ignoring him intentionally to gain his attention, yet he may remain engaged in the pursuit. When you ignore guys, the absence can help them realize your value and prompt them to miss you. However, it's important not to overdo playing hard to get, as it could frustrate him and lead him to believe it's futile to pursue you further. 3. You are high maintenance. Ignoring a guy you're not in a relationship with is one thing, but frequently ignoring your serious boyfriend without a reasonable explanation rarely works. Ignoring your boyfriend and never responding to his texts or calls will likely irritate him and push him away. Most men don't appreciate mind games and don't want to be the only one initiating contact with their girlfriend. He'll recognize that you're playing games, which might lead him to break up with you to avoid the stress and drama. 4. You are busy. A guy's mind often works differently than a woman's. While many women might become upset if a man doesn't reply to their text within a few hours, guys are generally less intuitive and don't overthink the situation. Ignoring a guy can sometimes backfire, as he might not realize you're doing it on purpose. If you're an independent woman who takes a while to respond to his texts, he might simply assume you're busy with work and leave it at that. However, this doesn't mean men are oblivious. If you consistently fail to answer their numerous calls and messages, they will eventually figure out that you're playing games or intentionally ignoring them. 5. He feels unloved. Ignoring a guy can harm his self-esteem and make him feel insecure and unloved. It can hurt his feelings and lead him to believe he has done something wrong. If he really likes you, he might feel heartbroken and replay events in his mind, trying to figure out what he did wrong. If you're not in a relationship, he may not have the courage to approach you and ask what's going on. He might even ask mutual friends if he unintentionally hurt you and that's why you're ignoring him. 6. He misses you. Does silence make a man miss you? In long-term relationships, many men might take their girlfriends for granted, becoming accustomed to always having them around. Even if they love their girlfriend, they may not put in the effort to make her feel special because they believe she's not going anywhere. In such cases, ignoring a guy can often be effective in making him realize your importance. When you stop doing the things you usually do and are less available, he will start to miss you. You don't need to completely ignore him or stop texting, just show him that you have your own life and can live without him. If he's used to having you constantly around, even a brief absence can make him feel lonely and lost. This realization can serve as a wake-up call, prompting him to make more effort to make you feel loved and appreciated, treating you as you deserve. 7. He thinks you are rude. Most guys won't overthink it if you ignore a few of their messages. However, if you repeatedly ignore their attempts to contact you without a valid reason, they might perceive you as rude. Playing mind games can frustrate men, as they prefer stress-free relationships and dislike such tactics. Based on my personal experience, playing games with a guy can result in losing him. Additionally, there's a significant difference between giving a guy less attention and completely ignoring him. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.